I'm writing this first like kind of pass as a kind of a short story version of the whole game, and then I'm going to implement it as a choose your own adventure style game with choices. It's not fully interactive. It doesn't have inventory. It It's not parser based right now or anything like that. So it's just going to be straight up kind of what it is, like a choose your own adventure book, where you know, instead of turning to a specific page, you'll be clicking on a specific choice for option. Anyways, so I'm going to try to go through this as quick as possible. So uh, see if you can keep up here. Okay. Welcome to Enchanted Lands. Take a magical vacation, slay a dragon, rescue your princess, become a great and powerful wizard, or stay at one of our many fine hotels. Anything that's possible, at least that's what the brochure says. Enchanted Lands Magical Resort Kingdom is not doing so well. The king seems to be acting strangely. Enchanted Enterprises has been bought out by Enchanted Holdings, and the administration castle has been closed. The various magical training schools and the Dark Presence has returned from vanished realms. So let's kind of speed through this real quick. Hebert Halfway is a standard wizard. No one knows his real age, but he has a long white fluffy beard and is currently sporting a pointy blue hat. Kind of typical stuff, I guess. While in castle one day, he overheard a familiar female voice speaking to some other male regarding buying up lands. When he went to the king about it, the king simply dismissed him. In fact, he acted rather cold toward Hebert, even though they had been friends a long, long time. Hebert tried to go to different schools, but they were all closed, except for night school. And he couldn't get any answers there. Trying to go to any restaurant or hotel also yielded no help. He realized he couldn't trust anyone there, almost except one old friend, so he decided he needed to get some outside help. When Hebert arrived at home, he set to work trying to come up with a method of getting that help. After visiting Cerulia, he spotted what he thought was a perfect candidate. Now, Cerulia is what they call
I was trapped in a
our
wine
realm.
cellar and tied with rope to a wine cask. Tied the rope to a wine cask cradle. How would I manage to extricate myself? See if there some steps you might consider based on resources likely available in a wine center and some practical survival skills. Check the tightness of the rope, knots, or whether there's any slack you can exploit. Scan the environment. Look around for sharp objects or tools like broken glass, corkscrews. Corkscrew, maybe. I think it'll help you cut or loosen the rope. Loosen the rope. Try to twist or wriggle your wrist to create a more space between you and the rope. Possible move your hands to a different position to reduce tension. Rub the rope against the rough edge of the cask or cradle or any protruding surface to weaken it or fray it. Reach for the tool. Stretch out your hands or feet toward nearby objects. Wine cellars might have corkscrews, broken bottles, wire or hook, sharp edge crate. If the cradle has any movable parts, try to leverage them to break free. Use weight or momentum to break weaker wooden parts to loosen the cradle's structure. Haven't thought of that. Now, she'd be, I don't know, a typical actual female, biological female. She wouldn't be necessarily super physically super strong. Not that she couldn't be, but she wouldn't necessarily be. So she might not be able to move.
I just gotta decide if she's gonna have some magical ability, and it's just somehow suppressed, or she doesn't have it right now. Or maybe she is. Maybe. Well, there was an idea earlier. Earlier, the idea was my original story. The idea was that her people can imbue non-magicals with magic. That would presume that her people are magical, so that they can have magic. And if that's the case, then why can't she use her magic? I have a reason for Harold, or his old name was Harold, so that's all I keep remembering is Harold. Hebert, half of his magic is gone, so that means he can't just like conjure stuff up and like just use magic outright.
The cradle, as there wasn't really a way of wrapping the cask.
Okay, now
looking around in the dimly lit cellar, you noticed more giant casks and rows of cases full of wine bottles, as you would expect from a wine cellar. You tried the obvious first, trying to get free of the ropes, but they were too tight for her to find any purchase. So she tried the next thing, which was screaming for help. After a while, she got tired of screaming and just sat there to think. We noticed a hole in the wall opposite to the wine cask. How do I know you won't blow me up as soon as I free you? I'm Princess Karin Ellsworth. What's better? From the realm of verdance with me means I am royalty. Okay, so we're just gonna be a little bit stern with them. Means I am royalty, and as such, I do not lie. I say I won't harm you. I won't harm you.